express what was going on, and sometimes that made the situation worse, because once this play or this project is over, I still gotta face that.
Right.
So I was sweeping it under the rug and not thinking about it and not focusing on it, and all the while it's growing and festering and getting worse.
Right.
And I'm over here just trying to be an artist, but you gotta heal from within, and it's an ongoing process, and you may never get to your destination, but the journey itself is worth fighting for.
Right.
You know, even if you don't make it, you know, or you transition before you get there, but
like I don't have that if factor. It's like, you know, when we make it, like,
right,
we're going to make it. It's like I don't know. Some people's like I'm not knocking what you saying if, but my version of if is like it's not. It's like it's doubt, and
right.
I try not to have if in there, because if you have if, then that means it's a but.
The Artist Exchange Radio Show every Friday 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. every Saturday 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artist, real talk, real live. On Be Exposed
Check out this snippet from the new season of Talk Lately with Monty when he rants about his staff.
I agree. Can you come on? I told you stop touching that button. Why is it so loud? God. Did you turn one all the way up again? Do I have to come in there? God damn her. If it was going right, I would let you do your part, but I'm sorry, but it's just not functioning the way it's supposed to be.
You're live on the air.
I told you mind your business.
Well, Monty, if I can comment on the Jennifer Holiday situation, I can.
I know I'm live on the air. I'm sorry, 1 second.
Okay.
I know I'm live on the air. This is why this whole show is called Talk Lately. Anyway, let's get back to every Tuesday at 7 p.m. only on BeExposedRadio.com.
Ladies, are you in need of the best quality hair extensions, a cute outfit, or that perfect pair of shades? Pink Ice products can cover you from head to toe, from flawless weaves to apparel. Visit us online at pinkiceproducts.bigcartel.com. We're located at 3000 Old Alabama Road, 119-303, Alpharetta, Georgia. Or give us a call at 470-488-6484. Come on in and check out Pink Ice products today.
TGIW, you listening to the Be Inspired Radio Show.
TGIW family, what's good?
Little.
Happy Wednesday, everybody. Welcome to the Be Inspired Radio Show, only on BeExposedRadio.com with your girl, Miss Be Inspired on the mic.
Yeah. You already know one of the co-hosts, Blizzard.
And we are missing HLVII Azrael, who couldn't be with us tonight because he has a prior engagement.
Getting to the money.
Right. Mm-hmm. We can't be mad at that.
No.
We definitely can't be mad at that. But we do miss him, so shout out to Azrael. We always miss him when he's not here. But as you know, the show must go on, and an amazing show indeed that we have. We have a packed show tonight, family.
Very packed.
Yes, from beginning to end. We have a great show. We have Queen Pheen, who's going to be coming in the studio in just a minute.
Sure.
And if you know, for a little while, she was co-hosting with us for a little bit. She was on kind of regular, but she's back. She's going to be talking about the Grind Fest that is coming up. I believe it's this weekend.
Next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday. Okay, it's next Tuesday. Grind Fest is coming, and for those of you who know anything about lupus, this event is for lupus awareness, and so Queen is going to come in the studio in just a little bit to talk about that. And of course, you know, she's a hip-hop artist, model, makeup artist, designer, all that good stuff. Pheen is very talented. Yes, she is. So she'll be in the studio in just a minute. And then we have Vivian Rorie, who is back with us again this week.
Yeah, more inspiration.
Yes.
Get it.
Oh, she brings the fire. Trust. You will not be disappointed at all. So we're talking about our topic tonight, if you're wondering, is finally free. finally free. And this, I felt like this topic was very appropriate because, for one thing, when Vivian was here the last time, we talked about overcoming to become. And she was able to talk about a lot of the obstacles and things that she's gone through in her own life in terms of domestic violence and sexual abuse and spiritual abuse and all of those different things. And so tonight is just a continuation of that conversation, if you will, but we're coming from a different perspective. We are coming from the aspect of, you know, I've went through all of that stuff and now I am free. Yeah. So
it's like part 2.
Right.
Yeah.
Part deux, der, French, right? Okay, y'all. I know I can be corny at times. Don't judge me.
It's all good. You get a bone.
Thank you. Boom. At least for my attempt, right? So yes. So Vivian will be in the studio with us, and then we have Aisha Edwards. Yes, yeah. The do-it-all girl herself will be here in the studio. She is our newest contributor to the Be Inspired Radio Show. Yeah. You know how we do it. We like to do it big. Yes. Yeah. So I'm sorry. Aisha will be here with us toward the end of the show, and she will be talking to us about financial investments and so much more, and also breaking those bad habits. You know, a lot of us, you know, we have bad financial habits, spending habits. So right. Oh, she gonna get you straight. Trust me.
I need that.
She is going to get you straight. So, yeah, she is going to be in the studio a little later on this evening. And tonight, we're just going to keep it rolling. We're just going to keep it rolling. And if you're tuning in and you're wondering, you're like, who is that lady? That is not Miss Be Inspired.
Hey, I was surprised, too.
Yes, it is Miss Be Inspired. I had to switch it up a little bit.
It's for the head.
Right. It's one of those emergency hairstyles, you know. You know, one of those things you have in your repertoire when you need to pull on it, for, you know, you can go get it. That's what this is right here.
I ain't mad at that.
That's right. That's right. One of those hairstyles you have tucked away for a rainy day. Absolutely, family. Keeping it fresh. But anyway, we're excited. We're excited. We got a great show. And as always, you know, we're bringing you plenty of inspiration. Now, you know the drill. We need you to invite everybody on your friend list. That's right. Every single one. Just go down your list and invite everybody. Because I guarantee you're not going to want to miss it tonight. I promise you. It's just going to be so much that's going to be talked about, and you're going to walk away feeling so much better about you, and it's just about life in general.
Yeah, there's something for everybody tonight.
Absolutely.
Something for everybody.
You won't be disappointed. I promise. I promise. Also, when we come back from the break, we're not getting ready to take a break right this minute, but when we do go on break and come back, I have a lot of announcements that I need to make. There are a lot of great things happening, and I'm so excited to share those things with you.
We got some exclusives.
Yes, we do. We're not going to spill the beans yet, but yes, we do. You know how we like exclusives around these parts.
Gotta do like this.
Oh, you know what? Okay, so that's what we're going to do.
Yeah, that's
every time. Okay, exclusives. Y'all know y'all want to hang around for that. So, but yeah. So, how was your day, Bliss?
It was cool. Went to work. Was supposed to have training. Training got canceled. So I just chilled.
Oh wow. Well,
got some rest.
Hey.
Worked like 8 days straight.
Wow.
So yeah, got some rest.
Always need some rest.
Yeah.
Rest is important.
So I feel rejuvenated. I'm good.
That's good. All right. Good. Because you know we're going to need to bounce off of each other tonight because we got a packed show. I think Queen is down at the door though.
Okay.
Yeah, she's at the door, so we gotta let her in real quick. So she is here in the building. Do you wanna go grab her?
That's cool.
Okay. All right. So Blizz is getting ready to go get Queen Pheen, who will be up here in a minute to talk about Grind Fest. I'm pumped about that. Yes. And again, I am excited about the show that we have anyway, because again, Vivian Rorie is back in the studio. She is with us tonight. We're going to be talking about finally free. That's our topic tonight. Finally free. And if anybody knows anything about making up in your mind to be free, you know that it is a major decision. That means you've come to a place in your life where you're tired of dealing with various things in your life. You don't want to continue to be bound by so many different things. And so tonight, Vivian is going to talk about some of the things that she has gone through. If you had the pleasure of hearing our show when she was on there before, she talked about spiritual abuse, neglect, rejection. She talked about so much. And today, if you see her, she always looks fly. You would not know that she went through all the things that she went through in her relationships and marriages. And I'm telling you, you are going to be encouraged by Vivian tonight. And then we have Aisha Edwards that will be in the studio with us a little bit later on. So you don't want to miss that either. And again, I want to ask everybody to invite everybody on your friend list. Hey, Queen, how are you? So happy that you are here. All right, Queen is here, everybody. She's in the studio. Yes. Okay. Yeah. That way we can see you. So happy, girl. What's going on? Yeah. I think that's the one for you. Yes. What's going on?
Man, a lot to do.
I know. But you're here. You're here. Yes. So everybody, like I told you before, Queen is here tonight because she is talking about a very important event that is coming up. I promise you, this is going to be an awesome event, Grind Fest.
Yes.
So let's just jump right into it. Let's talk about Grind Fest.
So this is the second annual Grind Fest.
Okay.
I started it last year. Just got a bunch of artists with some amazing survival stories that can kind of relate to what I'm going through.
Mm-hmm.
And just put them all together, had an amazing showcase, and I said, I think I'm going to make this an ongoing thing.
Yeah.
Yep. So,
I love it.
Got some more amazing artists, some repeats.
Okay.
Some new people. We have an Azrael this year.
Yes!
So I get to really see him show off. I know this past 2 weeks ago, I was supposed to see him, but I was backstage with my models.
Yes.
But I get to really see him front row and center, show off.
Yeah.
We got some old label mates. We got some, my brother is coming out, my baby brother.
Wow.
Yes. So that's going to be my first time seeing him.
That's a big deal.
And of course, I'm going to get up there. I can't not. I'm going to get up there and do my thing, do a whole wardrobe, wig change, everything.
Oh, I love it.
It's going to be like wonderful. I'm so excited. Like, you understand. Of course, this guy might come through and give us, a song or two.
Yes. I know that's right.
Work schedule permitting.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be there though.
But I'm having some of my family or friends come through and tell their lupus story.
Wow.
My aunt, she's gonna come. She has discoid lupus, which is the skin kind, and I just wanted her to kind of give her story, how she found out about that, and of course I'm gonna tell my story, and just give everyone some updates of what's going on with me right now. Because I fell walking around here. That's why I'm late.
Really?
Yes.
Oh,
crossing the street. It happens, and it's been happening for a while. So Friday I have appointment for MRI, and I have to be in the machine for 2 hours. They have to do the complete right side of my body.
Oh my gosh. I will be praying for you, Queen.
Thank you.
I understand. That's. I had an MRI done on my leg and freaked out. They didn't even put my whole body in. It was just my one leg.
The nerves on my right leg are becoming inactive on my right side of my body.
Okay.
And so what's weird is I broke this right finger. I broke my hip having my baby. I injured my knee playing volleyball in high school, and I broke my ankle when I was my daughter's age, around 7.
Wow.
So that could have a play into what's going on with that.
Right. Yes. Well, I pray God's healing over you, that you will be well, and that you'll be able to come through that MRI and don't have to worry about anything.
Yes.
So, okay. So why was it important for you to put together an event like Grind Fest?
Well, lupus is already an unknown ailment to the African American community, let alone the poetic community or the hip hop community or the model community. Even you don't know too many. Like, it's a lot of even famous people who have lupus that a lot of people don't even know, and so it's just become a thing that I want to educate people because everybody's breast cancer. That's
so true.
And I'm not saying anything ill will about breast cancer or any other disease that everybody recognizes, but lupus is not on that top of ailments that people bring awareness about. And I feel like it's my job to do so.
Yeah, that's awesome. So talk a little bit about lupus and how I know there are different types, but talk about just lupus in general and how it can affect a person's everyday life.
Well, lupus is an autoimmune disease. It can affect you because you can wake up some days and not be able to do anything. I know recently my aunt had to leave work, which she never does. She does take no days off. She's that type of person that she's going to go to work, do her hours, and that's it. She's like doesn't take vacations or nothing. Like, she has like 100 something sick days that she can use. Like, she can take off for a year and just not do that. Well, anyways, she left work. Her ear was burning real bad in the inside, and she had to leave work because kind of found out she had hay fever.
Oh my.
Right.
Wow.
So it's just something, anything could happen to you at any given moment. Like, for instance, like I was just saying, I walked around here and that right leg just gave out on me.
Wow.
Walk across the street. So I had to get myself together.
Yes.
So that I could come here and be here.
Well, we are glad that you are here. Well, we are going to take a break real quick. When we come back, we're going to talk a little bit more about Grindfest. We want to get the details so people will know where they need to show up. Okay? Because you got to show up. You got to support. So you're listening to the Be Inspired Radio Show right here on BeExposedRadio.com.
Thank you for tuning in to BeExposedRadio.com. Sit back, relax, and listen to this flashback of the Artist Exchange Radio Show.
Every time.
You just have to really
have faith and believe.
Right, and it's everything isn't going to be cotton candy and clouds all the time, but you have to, even in the midst of a storm, you have to speak light over a situation and life over a situation. You cannot always go into every situation. Sometimes it gets above you, and sometimes you got to speak over yourself and bring yourself back to focus, and because you already there. But in most cases, we take ourselves there. We walk ourselves over that dark threshold because it's easy for us. It's easy for us to be victimized and to be downtrodden and in that dark place when things happen to us. But you got to figure out how to successfully move into that. And a lot of you may say, what does this have to do with being an artist? It has a lot to do with being an artist, because I don't want to just talk about ticket sales. I want you to be a healthy, long-lasting artist in your own right, a long-lasting entrepreneur. And sometimes we try to mask what's going on with us with putting ourselves to work. So I'm gonna put myself deeper into this project, and it was times where I didn't want to be a part of things. I didn't want to be, because I wasn't whole. I wasn't happy with where I was at, with things that was going on in my life, and I didn't care how successful a play was. Like, I just didn't care, but all I knew was to work. So I would put myself deeper into work, and I didn't address what was going on, and sometimes that made the situation worse, because once this play or this project is over, I still gotta face that. So I was sweeping it under the rug and not thinking about it and not focusing on it, and all the while it's growing and festering and getting worse. And I'm over here just trying to be an artist, but you gotta heal from within, and it's an ongoing process, and you may never get to your destination, but the journey itself is worth fighting for. You know, even if you don't make it, or you transition before you get there. But
like I don't have that if factor. It's like, you know, when we make it, like, we're going to make it. It's like I don't know. Some people like I'm not knocking what you saying if, but my version of if is like it's not. It's like it's doubt, and I try not to have if in there, because if you have if, then that means it's a but.
The Artist Exchange Radio Show every Friday 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. every Saturday 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artist, real talk, real live on BeExposedRadio.com.
Ladies, are you in need of the best quality hair extensions, a cute outfit, or that perfect pair of shades? Pink Ice Products can cover you from head to toe, from flawless weaves to apparel. Visit us online at pinkiceproducts.bigcartel.com. We're located at 3000 Old Alabama Road, 119-303, Alpharetta, Georgia. Or give us a call at 470-488-6484. Come on in and check out Pink Ice Products today.
Exposed Radio. Definitely not taking responsibility for other people's emotions and things that's going on, and owning up to who you are. I know that's what you were finishing on, so you can speak more on that, sister.
Yeah, just making sure, because at the end of the day, what happens to us, especially women, we're nurturers. So by life, you know, we tend to want to, I call men projects, like fix-me-uppers, people that come with issues. And for some reason, I mean, people, we all have issues, but people who, like, want you to help them through their issues, you know? So we take on projects because we get to the point to where we're like, okay, I just want to have somebody, as opposed to the quality of the person that you're getting. And then we start to own all of their issues, and we start to feel bad because things are not progressing the way that we want it to, you know, and that's not fair to us. So we can't own somebody else's stuff. If somebody's not ready when you meet them, that's not your fault. That's theirs. It's their loss. You see what I'm saying?
Hey, what's up? It's the man you all know and love, E. Digger, the host of the Charm City Direct Radio Show. Make sure you catch me and my crew every Saturday from 5 to 7 p.m. only on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Be Inspired Radio Show, only on BeExposedRadio.com. This is your host, Miss Be Inspired, on the mic.
You already know your boy Blizzard, and we have in the building
Queen Pheen.
Yes. Thanks, Queen, for stopping through.
You know it. You guys are family always.
Okay, so let's talk about Grind Fest. Let's do that. Yeah. I want to make sure everybody gets all the information on where they need to show up and what Grind Fest is all about.
Okay. So, Grind Fest basically is a collective of artists who've been through some things. Survival showcase. I call it Grind Fest because all of these artists are individually grinding on their own, making things happen for themselves, whether signed to a label, whether just totally independent, or just starting out. They're making it happening for themselves. Like, I'm very proud of my little brother. He's Mac. He's doing his thing right now. Like, little guy is like everywhere, been on every little station there is.
Wow.
For me, that means a lot, because you know, our parents taught us that independence, you know what I'm saying? So it's going to be at the Howard and Marbury Center on the lower level. That's 401 North Howard Street. The show starts at 8. It's $10 at the door. Part of the proceeds will go to the Lupus Foundation.
Wow.
Last year we raised $200. I'm trying to like triple that, quadruple that. Like, I really want to raise some money here for this.
Absolutely.
We are going to have performances by returning last year's champ, Boney Slim.
Wow.
He's a grinder, hustler, all means. Again, my little brother Mac. HLVII Azrael.
Yes.
Fans Up and Entertainment will be in the building. A poor friend of mine, Sister Girl, Crown Noble, Il Avery, DP the MC, Old Label Made Kid,
nice,
Black Nip, Drizzy Dre, Say Cool the Madman, my label president, Jay McGraw, and Apex the Genius, and of course me.
Yes.
Yes, there will be BYOB for those who do that. Light snacks, and of course, bring your pocketbook because this is a donation event.
Nice. Yes. So, you said last year's winner. Is there a competition?
Well, there was a competition last year.
Okay.
I wanted to give away a video, but we wound up giving him a photo shoot.
Oh, nice.
Yes. So I'm probably going to do that again this year, give away a photo shoot.
Okay.
And I'm going to give away some certificates of appreciation this year as well.
Nice.
Hopefully, prayerfully, I just bumped into him today, Travis Wanky, who got me started on my modeling.
Oh,
hopefully he comes through. That would mean, Travis, if you watching, like, that would mean the world to me if you definitely come through. So he will be one of our honorees.
Okay.
One of my biggest support systems, my mother, she'll be an honoree.
Oh, good. Yes. Most definitely.
She's like on point. She makes sure her girls and, they have all their values in order. One honoree won't be in the building.
Yeah.
She's a little bit too young.
Oh. Is that Princess Noodles?
Princess Noodles. That is mommy's biggest support system ever.
Yeah.
Then of course my label, Singleton Newman and Jay McGraw, they will be getting certificates of appreciation. And then the original host of Love and Hip Hop 410, Big Guy, he will get, because he allowed me to come and kind of take over his event for that night. Because I had some problems finding a venue after one venue kind of overbooked. So I was like, please let me do this here. He's like, of course, why not? Like, you are a day one, like literally. When the doors opened at Love and Hip Hop, when they started up St. Mary's, I was there.
Yes.
So I definitely, want to keep that part alive. It will be an open mic for anybody that comes through afterwards, but yes.
It's just going to be amazing. Okay, so is there going to be an appearance by Caution Models? Are they going to creep in?
Caution Models. They'll be coming through.
Yes.
Caution Models. They'll be there. You'll see them throughout the night.
Okay.
Some of them will be at the bar with me. Some of them will be at the donation table.
Nice.
Some of them will be over there with Jay McGraw at the Mogul Club table.
Okay.
And then some of them will just be hosting on the mic.
Nice.
And then you'll see them walk out and represent the Mogul Club during my performance and Jay McGraw's performance.
Nice. I just hope that one day this thing just gets bigger and bigger.
I'm trying to get somebody to reach out to Nick Cannon or Tony Braxton, come help me.
Right, absolutely. I mean, really, they need to know about events like this. I know they're used to doing things on a huge scale, but even events like Grind Fest can bring so much awareness to particular communities, especially here in Baltimore and especially in the African American community. So shout out to you. Oh my gosh, we get ready to take another break. Woo, I'm telling you. Okay, so family, stay tuned. We are getting ready to take another break, but I am asking you to stay put. Don't go nowhere. And then when we come back, bring a couple friends with you right here on the Be Inspired Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com.
Hey everybody, check out what you missed on the one and only Be Inspired Radio Show. Our topic tonight is Spirit of Thanksgiving. And I have in the studio with me my husband, Titus James. Woo!
Titus.
Hello.
Titus James. Titus.
We up here.
This man is
we like off the chain because we not, it's right before, like I say, it's right before a holiday. Nobody, when you at work, nobody's, everybody's thinking about that plate they're gonna get and their take home plate.
Right now, people are mapping out their the logistics of like the houses that you go to, because there are some houses that you go to for breakfast in the morning.
Right.
That's just me.
Right.
And then there are houses that you go to early. Like Brandy Mom, she likes to get you in there early, so that's like 3 o'clock.
That's early.
Yeah, that's early.
Some people.
But her aunt and uncle, they have Thanksgiving at 12 noon.
So getting brunch.
Yes.
It's full dinner. It ain't brunch. It's macaroni and cheese.
Yes.
Do they go out
12 noon.
Do they go out
Sometimes, nope.
Oh, they want you to leave?
No, they sit there, they eat, they like
talk.
Play games, talk. That's it.
Well, I guess it's better than having it at night because then it's late. And,
I mean, you be sleepy all day. I mean, because you sitting there, you eating all day.
And then the game come on.
In Virginia, they start early in the morning with waffles and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But the waffles don't start all the way straight through dinner. They still making waffles, frying fish all day long.
Laugh that loud.
But then there's everything else in there too, turkey and all that the regular stuff. But they frying fish and making waffles all day long.
They never stop.
It's like fish, waffles, it's fried potatoes, all kinds of stuff.
What
all
happened
day
to the
long.
rest of the Thanksgiving food?
That's what I'm saying. No, all of that is
That's
there.
there.
But the special part about it is that everybody's coming because they want either a piece of fish or they want a waffle.
Oh, okay.
So you be there all day long. You eat your waffle, your fish, and then you go and sit down somewhere and you play games and stuff. And then you come back later on if you want another waffle. You got the iron's hot.
They just keep it going.
Tune in to Be Inspired every Wednesday live at 7 p.m. right here on BeExposedRadio.com.
Thank you for tuning in to BeExposedRadio.com. Sit back, relax, and listen to this flashback of the Artist Exchange Radio Show.
And you have to do some self-care.
Right.
Because you begin to break yourself down worrying about how people will be or how people are treating you, and you see them damaging your life, but something in you just wants to be patient with them. But you have to learn how to let people go. Everybody is not meant to be there for a lifetime.
Right.
And you have to learn your lesson and move on sometimes.
Right. Some people are there just for a season, you know. And it's like you have people in your life that are roots, you have people in your life that are branches, and you have people in your life that are leaves.
Right.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Be Inspired Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com with your host, Miss Be Inspired on the mic.
You already know your boy Blizzard.
Now, at the top of the show, I told you we had a packed show, right? So our studio, if you can see, is definitely packed. Yeah. But it's packed with some phenomenal, powerful, inspirational, fabulous women.
Yeah, give it up for the ladies.
Tonight, I'm excited because we have a returning guest. But before we talk about that, we have Queen Pheen, who's going to hang out with us for the rest of the show. So she's filling in for Azrael tonight, since Azrael decided he wanted to be MIA. It's okay. He's working. So Queen is going to fill in for him. And she has been talking about the Grind Fest that is going to be on Tuesday, right?
Yes.
So
Tuesday.
real quick, just give everybody the information, what time, where it is, day, all that good stuff.
So it's at the Howard and Marbury Center. It's 401 North Howard Street.
Okay.
It starts at 8 p.m. Well, doors open at 8 p.m., but we'll probably start the show around 9.
Okay.
And it's $10 admissions.
Okay.
Plus whatever you want to donate.
Okay. And this is for lupus awareness, right?
Yes, lupus awareness.
Okay. And you said that there will be a couple of people that will be talking about, their story.
Yes, there's me. My
okay.
aunt is coming. I'm
okay.
trying to get my cousin to come out, and a good friend of mine is Erica.
Okay. Okay. So I'm telling you, this is going to be an amazing event. Family, I need y'all to support. Okay. Make sure you go out to Grind Fest this Tuesday. It is for a good cause. A portion of the proceeds will be going to
the Lupus Foundation.
The Lupus Foundation.
Yeah, we're gonna make sure we post that flyer on the page.
Okay. Oh yeah. We definitely want to do that. So you heard Blizz. We're gonna post the flyer. We're gonna make sure you have all the information that you need for this event. And if you're wondering, yes, this is Miss Be Inspired. This is not a stand-in. This is her.
She called me up, too.
I know. This is, like I said, told everybody, this is one of those girlfriends you have, in the back of the closet somewhere. Right. You pull out, when you need it, emergency situation, you throw her on. So that's what I did.
Go to the barbershop. That's not.
was like, yes. I'm not cheating on my hairstylist. I just had to go get her real quick and put her on. So this is Miss Be Inspired, everybody. But yes, we have a great show. Tonight's topic is, what did I say the topic was? I'm having a brain fart. It's on the paper. It's on the paper. It's on the paper. It's not on the paper.
No, it's not on the paper.
Finally free. There we go. Y'all don't blame me. Okay, I'm working all day, 9 to 5. But anyway, yes, finally free. And this topic is so profound because, for one thing, our guest tonight, Vivian Rorie, who is back with us. I'm so excited. Yay. Tell everybody, hey, Vivian. She is back in the studio with us. If you had the pleasure of listening in on the show a couple of weeks ago, she was with us and we were talking about overcoming to become. And that theme was so powerful. She took us into her life a little bit and talked about some of the abuse, the domestic violence that she's had to deal with, some abandonment and rejection and some of the major issues that she's had to deal with in her life. And to look at her today, you would not know that she went through all of this stuff. You just wouldn't. She always looks so amazing. So tonight we thought that the topic, finally free, would be a fitting topic. So let me stop talking, because y'all know I can, and allow Vivian to just share a little bit. So introduce yourself to everyone for those who do not know who you are, and talk a little bit about some of the things that you do.
Hello everyone, my name is Vivian Rorie. As she said, I am the creator of The Silent Touch and also RiseUp.com. What I do is be able to help those that have been abused. I am a survivor and a thriver of multiple abuses. The first one was child molestation, then it went to family rejection, and then it went into domestic violence and 11 years of spiritual abuse. So I am a victor of all of those abuses, and I thank God for just continuing to transform my life. It wasn't an easy transformation. Yes, all of this happened without a therapist. It did take a lot of prayer, a lot of consecrating, a lot of getting to myself and just knowing who God is for who he is for myself on a personal level to get to this level. So I thank God for what he's doing, and for me to be able to help others. That's my purpose in life, is to be able to serve and help others come out of some of those things also.
So as you have gone through your life, have you seen people who've been attracted to you because of your story? Have you experienced that?
Yes, and it's amazing because most of my attraction is what I call the underdogs. The underdogs are those that have been rejected, those that people overlook or call the nobodies, or just feel like they don't fit anywhere. Most of the time, those are the people I kind of attract. It's not those that already have it going on. It's those that know that they may have a deeper gift, or God is calling them to something higher, but they may not know exactly how to bring it out because they're facing either depressions, anxieties, PTSDs, or other issues in life, and haven't fully came out to become free to explore those things.
What does it mean to you to be finally free?
Finally free means to me is just having a sustaining faith. And what I mean by that is, no matter what, hell or high water, you still hold on to that you know that you are. It wasn't easy, but it's something that can be done. And this is something that I never quit. And that's something that's in my vocabulary, is to never quit. No matter what, never quit. And I wanted to see myself free. I didn't want to see myself into bondage. I didn't want to see myself into curses. You have to be willing to let go and forgive. Forgiveness is number one. Because when you forgive, that's the freeing, the first part of the freeing aspect of it. And then the letting go, just being able to let go. Sometimes we can't free ourselves because we try to hold on to things so hard, and that's one thing I found out with God is, if we can obey, and just become free in who he's called us to be.
Yes.
You know, when he says sometimes we got to deny mother, father, sister, brother for his name's sake. That's who I am. You know, because I said, whatever you want me to do, a lot of people say, Lord, whatever it is you want me to do, I'll do it. But when it comes to letting certain people go, some people can't let certain people go because they're holding on too tight.
Yes.
So that's why I have allowed myself to become free. It's not that I don't love, because I do love.
Yes.
But I love him enough to say, Lord, wherever you send me, Lord, I'll go.
Yes.
So I freed myself up to where I may be in Baltimore, I may be in Raleigh, I may be this place or that place, because I'm willing to be free enough to do his will. And that's what it means to me. Feel finally free.
I was listening to you, and you know, faith and your relationship with God seems to be the center of that freedom. Can you talk about that a little bit for those who might want to know more about it?
Yes, my relationship with God, like we said on the last broadcast, going through 11 years of spiritual abuse, and this was a decision that I had to make.
Yes,
I had to realize it wasn't what the pastor said, but it was something that I had to know for myself on a personal level. A lot of times people want instant results. But you have to know that there is a process through every transformation that he's taking you through. Be willing to go through the process. Sometimes we can look at others' lives, well, how did they get there? How did they get there? They went through because of the process.
Yes.
And then you can't let whatever adversity that you're facing, you can't let that stop you, because sometimes it gets hard. You know, it gets very hard. But you have to be willing to go through it. When they say you go through it to go to it, that's very true. You know, I had to go and grow through a lot to get to this position in life. And I thank God. Yes.
We also talked about forgiveness.
Yes.
Oh my. So that is a huge one. And I totally agree with you when you say that is the first step to true freedom.
Yes.
Because I don't believe that you can hold on to any kind of grudges and, you know, harbor any kind of feelings and truly be free, because it'll haunt you, right? So talk a little bit about what that process of forgiveness was like for you.
Well, forgiveness for me was very deep. I like to talk about deep things because people don't want to talk about deep things. Deep meaning I had to forgive family.
Yeah.
Deep meaning I had to forgive those that violated me, which were family. Forgiveness mean I had to forgive those who I thought were my pastors or my leaders.
Yes.
And that's very deep. You know, you have to be able to forgive and let go all at the same time. Forgiveness is when you call yourself, I guess, not saying that I was a perfect wife, but calling yourself being the godly wife or the loyal wife.
Right.
And then infidelity happens, you know, and it hurts to the bone because you're carrying children. You know what I'm saying? So that's a deep forgiveness. Forgiveness is those that you thought were your friends.
Yes.
The ones that were closest to you, the ones you call your best friends, your homies. You're thinking they're there for you, but come to find out they're against you. Forgiveness is letting those people go. You have to be willing to be able to forgive deeply and be able to let go and not hold on to those things, because if you continue to hold on, those are the things that causes the sicknesses in our body.
That is so true.
And I don't want sicknesses in my body. I want to be able to let it go and be free. And sometimes the hard thing is you have to forgive over and over again. And what I mean by that is when you have found yourself forgiving someone and then they come back and stab you in the back again, you have to forgive them again. They come back again. You have to keep forgiving over and over and over again. So it's always about you being the bigger person. You being the bigger person, you taking the higher road so that you can free yourself.
So yes, I totally agree with that. And I agree too that when you hold in and you harbor feelings like that, you bring sickness on yourself. And I witnessed that even in my mom, who died when she was 52 years old. it's not necessarily that I don't know if she held on to unforgiveness, but what I do know is that she held on to a lot of the issues that she went through, and she wasn't free enough to talk about it.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So can you talk about the point when you became free enough to talk about the issues that you went through in your life, and it wasn't as painful for you to even discuss it?
Yes. I really believe when I started to really dream is when I became freer. That's when I started seeing a whole lot of the rejection taking place. And that's when I made the decision then that I wanted to help others, you know, because I knew that if I was facing it, there were so many others just like me that were facing the same thing. So like I said, it had to be a decision. And when it looked like nobody was around, and all I had was the Lord, that's when the decision had to come, like, okay, it's me and you. It's me and you now. This is what it is, and this is what it's going to be. And this is what I'm choosing. Because I really believe that nobody has a hell or heaven to put me in, but as long as he knew my heart, a lot of people will judge you on the outside about what you have, but it's not about what you have materialistically. It's about what's going on in the heart. And a lot of people are so misjudged because they're basing it upon, well, this status and that status and what they have, and he's that and he's that. No, God judges upon our heart. And that's what I say to him all the time. No, I'm not perfect, but Lord, create in me a clean heart so others will see the light within me, that I can help them, you know, because it goes deeper sometimes. And I think about the homeless all the time, because I have been homeless also. But you see the churches within the walls all the time, every single Sunday. But I saw a video on Facebook where a man was actually took a pail and went out there by himself and began to wash them, began to wash their feet, begin to wash their bodies. Those are the people that I want to connect with. Those that are willing to get in the grind and really do the work. You know what I'm saying? Not just talk about the work, but willing to do the work. Even in the storms right now that we're seeing taking place, I said, Lord, if you send me, I'll go. If you want me to go, I don't want to go off my own will, but if I need to go, I'm not attached to anything right now, so I can go and be a servant for you. You know, sometimes we get so caught up in the worldly things and everything that's going on all around in our own personal lives, that we have forgot to be a servant for him. And that's what he's called us to be, servants for him. So that's well, I forgot what we were talking about.
That's okay. No. That's when you start talking about the goodness of the Lord. Please, come on.
That's Lord.
Yes, but I will bring it back so people understand, you know, the context that we're talking about. So our topic tonight is finally free. And when Vivian was on the show a couple of weeks ago, the topic was overcoming to become, and she was able to walk us through her life and some of the things that she encountered through child molestation, family rejection, emotional, spiritual abuse, domestic violence. And you just heard her say she even went through homelessness. And if you look at her, and I know all of you can see her looking fabulous and fly, she doesn't look like she went through any of that stuff. And so that's why we named the topic tonight, Finally Free. So for those of you who are just tuning in, I asked her to talk about when she knew that she was at the point she was able to talk about the issues that she went through and it not hurt her. You know, how does she know that she was free enough now that I can talk about the issues? We're getting ready to take a break, but I want to share with you the scripture in Revelations that says we overcome by the by the blood of the Lamb and the word of our testimony. We got to get out there and share the things that we have gone through. We got to go out there and share the goodness of the Lord, or else no one's gonna know. You know, so we have to share that, and that is exactly what Vivian was talking about. So we're getting ready to take this break. When we come back, we are going to have more conversation with Vivian. I think our other new co-contributor is in the building. She'll be coming on a little later, and then of course, you know, Queen is still hanging out with us. So don't y'all move. In fact, bring some people with you right here on the Be Inspired Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com.
Hey everybody, check out what you missed on the one and only Be Inspired radio show.
I'm just thankful this year I've dealt with, you know, some growing pains, and I've overcome some things, and I've also, you know, accomplished some things in the process. I've learned some things. Like, I've learned that, I learned that everybody loves your work until they got to pay for it. That's what I learned. That's what I learned. I learned everybody loves what you do.
The pay?
I mean,
not always.
Listen, the Bible says money answereth all things.
Well,
okay, and there is a place. There is a place where finances is necessary. And when you got kids and when you got a wife and then you doing everything and you know you top dog at what you do, especially when you weren't in the same place you, like with this radio show, you ain't in the same place you were a year ago. Should nobody be coming on the show and not donating to your show?
Can you say that on my show?
Should nobody be coming to your show?
Can you say that in the middle of the live?
Yeah, make that a promo, please.
Should nobody come on this show without donating?
That is a nice commercial.
I don't care if it's $20.
Donate.
Tune in to Be Inspired every Wednesday live at 7 p.m. right here on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m. You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
Check out this flashback from the Artist Exchange Radio Show.
That's the biggest thing, is just empowerment. Just get off of the begging line. Just be proud and just get our pride and our dignity back, because as a child, we're taught how to go and beg for a job. Our parents, they literally taught us how to make sure you pull your pants up. Me, I'm 6'7", so I'm a bigger man. I was always taught how to not be threatening or intimidate people when I go into different interviews or different scenarios. And so we're literally taught how to condition ourselves, condition our speech, everything, in order to go and beg these people for a job, because we know when we walk in the door, I have to tear down 10 stereotypes before I get past hello. So we need to eliminate that. You know, and we need to eliminate that, and the way that we do that is employing ourselves and employing our brothers and sisters. And so that's our mission, is group economics, uplift ourselves, because I can't empower anyone until I empower myself, and change from just being willing, because it's in my heart and my passion to see my people succeed and see us do better and change the social order, because I know that we are not supposed to be on bottom. I understand who I was. I know I didn't fall out of the sky and land on a plantation. So when you have knowledge of self and you know who you are and what you come from, it's frustrating more than anything to see us in this position.
Tune into the Artist Exchange every Friday 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. every Saturday 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. live on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Be Inspired Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com. TGIW. Y'all already know Wednesday is our favorite day of the week. Blizz, our co-host, he's down getting our other guest. Actually, she's not a guest. She is our new contributor to the Be Inspired Radio Show. So she'll be coming on every second Wednesday of the month to talk to us about financial advisor. She is the do-it-all girl herself, and she is going to be in the studio. I cannot wait. When I tell you I'm excited, I'm excited. And so she's joining Valicia Tall, who is also a contributor on the show. And then we also have Nella Chickway, all the way from Australia, who's on the show every fourth Wednesday of the month. So y'all know we got one more slot left. So if somebody wants to be a contributor every first Wednesday, let us know. Send us an email at be2inspired@yahoo.com. We will drop that email address in the comments of the Facebook Live, and we'll also put it on our radio show page. And as you can see, we have a packed house, because that's how we like to do it. We have Queen Pheen,
hey,
who
is hanging out with us tonight. So her original intent was to come on the show and talk about Grindfest, but she's kind of hanging out tonight, filling in for Azrael, who couldn't be here. So tell everybody hello.
Hello. Hey, it's Queen Pheen. You know where to
Yes.
find me. Queen Pheen Official, everything.
Yes. And then we have our returning guest, Vivian Rorie, who is in the studio with us tonight. Tell everybody hello, Vivian.
Hey, 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 it's Vivian.
I love it. I love it. I love that kind of energy. I'm telling you, we got to do that. We got to bring it. We want our viewers to know that we love them, and we're sending you all kinds of love and stuff your way. So we are talking about tonight, finally free. Finally Free is our topic on tonight. A couple of weeks ago, we had Vivian on the show and we talked about overcoming to become. And she discussed with us some of the things that she's had to come through and overcome, which includes child molestation, family rejection, domestic violence, spiritual abuse. And so, yes, there were a lot of questions surrounding spiritual abuse. And Shalonda, who is definitely a friend of the show and a former guest, asked if you could explain what spiritual abuse is.
Yes, Shalonda, I will tell my version of spiritual abuse from my standpoint, what it was to me. Spiritual abuse was actually being led by leaders who I thought had my best interests, but also used the pulpit for damaging reasons, meaning my leaders will take me to the side or make sure that they would gain my trust. And once they gain my trust and pull me very close to them, and we begin to have service and things like that, I was what you would call an armor bearer to the leaders.
Wow.
And so that means I was their right-hand person. I was doing a lot of work in the church because I'm a servant anyway. I wanted to do whatever it is to serve God. I wanted to please Him. But then it became pleasing. Instead of pleasing Him, it became pleasing them. They actually became God. So what I mean by that is we had to ask for permission to do a lot of things. My name was getting ridiculed a lot across the pulpit. What she told me was when people are getting ready to use witchcraft across the pulpit, what they do is they actually take the Bible, take the scriptures of the Bible, and they turn it around and they use it for their own good or their own gain. So this is actually what was taking place. So then it became brainwash and it became mind control. So it got deeper and deeper. So they pull you so tight in there to where you're isolated from family, you're isolated from friends. You believe you are the only church that's going to heaven because they'll tell you you're the only church. Everybody else's church is wrong. You can't visit other churches. It was to the point that we couldn't hardly get on Facebook. It was just a lot of things. We couldn't really date men. I never knew what it was to I had to relearn how to date, put it that way, because I became celibate for about 12 years because we couldn't be around men, which was, you know, good about the celibacy part. But just being able to talk to men, they made us afraid by intimidating the women that you don't need to talk to a man, or if you went out on a date, you always had to have a chaperone. So it was just a lot of rules and regulations within the spiritual abuses. All these rules, you were not free. You felt like jail. It felt like actually you were in jail. You had to ask for permission for everything. So that's what spiritual abuse was for me. I took a lot of mental abuse, called no good mother, compared to other ministers within the church. It was just a lot. It was just a lot, and they knew about all of our paid periods.
I gotta hop in here because we do have to take a break.
Okay.
But when we come back, Vivian, I want you to continue to expound on that. You know, I hate to cut in when we having a good conversation like that, but it's so hard. It's so hard. But we have to take that break. When we come back, please stay tuned because we're gonna hear more from Vivian on her story of spiritual abuse and what it was like for her. So stay tuned right here on the Be Inspired Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com.
Ladies, are you in need of the best quality hair extensions, a cute outfit, or that perfect pair of shades? Pink Ice products can cover you from head to toe, from flawless weaves to apparel. Visit us online at pinkiceproducts.bigcartel.com. We're located at 3000 Old Alabama Road, 119-303, Alpharetta, Georgia. Or give us a call at 470-488-6484. Come on in and check out Pink Ice products today.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
Do yourself a favor and listen to this hilarious flashback on Charm City Direct Radio Show.
You know me. I eat like this all the time. Do I gain any weight? No, at all. You can have my belly right now. I'm giving away body parts. Somebody said they need a butt. Somebody said they need a butt.
I can use a little extra tissue there.
I can pop it. Right now.
He out here giving out butt cheek donations.
Hey everybody, it's your girl, the magical glow getter herself, Anissa Maureen, co-host of the Charm City Direct Radio Show. Catch me and the rest of my team every Saturday, 5 to 7 p.m. on BeExposedRadio.com.
Ladies, are you in need of the best quality hair extensions, a cute outfit, or that perfect pair of shades? Pink Ice products can cover you from head to toe, from flawless weaves to apparel. Visit us online at pinkiceproducts.bigcartel.com. We're located at 3000 Old Alabama Road, 119-303, Alpharetta, Georgia. Or give us a call at 470-488-6484. Come on in and check out Pink Ice products today.
I had got drunk one night. This is the night that I put my head through the window and everything. So.
Why would you do that?
Now, I was sitting on the floor.
All these stories always involve alcohol.
They do. I was sitting on the floor, and my drink of choice back then was vodka and orange juice. Ooh, it's still my drink of choice, but I don't drink it as much.
I was a 151 kid, straight up.
I love vodka, especially when it was
that rubbing alcohol.
You know.
What brand?
I love back then. I was hooked on Absolute.
That was the best at the time.
And Pinnacle was like number 2 and stuff like that.
Because they didn't have what's the new one that came out? Yeah, what was the new one?
Ciroc, vodka, and
no, the other one. Who is real smooth? New Amsterdam. New Amsterdam came out, and it was so.
And Grey Goose. Grey Goose was out at that time too.
See, I didn't drink. I told you 151. That was my.
Yeah, Grey Goose vodka was one of the ones because I loved the bottle.
You can light it on fire.
The bottle was hot. It was that shaded, that shaved glass.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So I was sitting on the floor, and we was talking about something I don't even remember what we were talking about. All I know is I would bust out laughing. I got ching-ling-ling-ling-ling, glass everywhere. I wouldn't cut it all though. I had to
because you had your bun.
Actually, I didn't. I ain't have any hair back then.
Oh,
I don't remember. I don't think I did.
And you ain't cut your hair?
Nope. I was just fine. I was like, oh, your glass broken. It was winter, dead of winter.
Check more of these funny moments out when you tune into BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back, everybody. You're listening to the Be Inspired Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com. We are live every Wednesday from 7 to 9 p.m. right here on BeExposedRadio.com. I am your host, Miss Be Inspired on the mic.
Yeah, you already know one of the only gentlemen in the building. Good boy, Blizzard. Salute to the ladies, though.
Right. Yes, and I'm in the room with some fabulous guests tonight. I'm so excited. I love it when, you have people who genuinely want to be on your show. To me, that just makes the experience all the better. So tonight we have Queen Pheen in the building.
Yes, filling in for HLVII Azrael.
Yes, and we have Vivian Rorie, who is also in the studio.
Hey.
Okay, so tell everybody who you are, because you were in here twice. And I want you to at least introduce yourself to everybody.
Yes, my name is. Yes, my name is Florentine O'Cannon, and I'm just here to support Miss Rorie because we're friends, and I've seen her overcome some major obstacles, and it's very positive to see her here and expressing herself in such a confident man is sharing a part of her story and who she is and the successes that she had working through some issues.
Yes, that's a friend right there. That's gonna be there with you to see you through some of the tough stuff and when you come out of it. So thank you for being here tonight. So everybody, I have to do this. You know I do. I have to give you our announcements for the night. First, I need to tell you that I did get Tornado 418's CD covered. He actually came and delivered it to me right here at the studio, and I was happy to support him. And guess what? He made it onto the Billboard. Woo!
Yay, Tornado!
Congratulations, Tornado. We are
so
so
do it.
Yes. And he said that his CD release was packed.
Yes, I saw it on live on the Antoine Grant's live.
Yes. So I am so proud of Tornado. He has been a guest on our show a few times, and he's no stranger to Be Exposed. He's been here a couple of times. So I'm so grateful that I was able to support him. I definitely want to try to get some more CDs. He's on his way to Kansas City right now to promote the CD, and this CD was produced by Shekinah Records. He's been in the game for a minute. Actually, Blizz, you and him, y'all connected at one point.
Yeah, a while back.
Wow.
Yeah.
So hopefully y'all be able to collab.
Oh yeah, it's in the works.
Okay. Wait a minute. Did we get an exclusive?
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Look.
I got ding for that. Right. Blizz, look. Exclusive. Okay, so yes, we have another event coming up this Saturday. As you know, Valicia Toole is a big part of the Be Inspired radio show. She happens to be my assistant. All I say is thank you, God, because I don't even know how I acquired her as an assistant. But she is my assistant. But you think I grind? This girl grinds. This girl is everywhere. And she is going to be at the hashtag Survive Hunger event. This is going to be this Saturday, actually. This Saturday, September the 16th, I'm sorry. And it's going to be at the Tight Fisted Fashion Boutique. If you want to be a part of that event, you can still drop off clothes. So they're collecting old clothes, shoes, not old clothes, gently used clothing and shoes, because this event is for the homeless. And so they're going to open up their boutique and allow the homeless to come in and get whatever they want. So I just think that this event is just going to be amazing. So this event is going to be at 2114 North Charles Street, Baltimore, Maryland, 21218. Again, that is this Saturday, September the 16th, 2017. And this event is hosted by Fashionably Chic Clothing Closet, which is what Valicia, she is the founder of Fashionably Chic Tour, and she is a fashion tour guide and style expert. So this definitely is going to be an amazing event, and this is for the homeless and less fortunate families of Baltimore. So how many know charity starts at home? Yeah. Charity starts at home. So she's doing some great things in the city of Baltimore. And then your girl,
exclusive,
Miss Be Inspired, is going to be modeling in the Ouch Girl fashion event. What? September 30th, 2017. I got an inbox from Candace George. You've heard me say her name a lot on this show. She coordinated the Miss Entrepreneur pageant. And she asked me to be part of this event. And I was like, say what now? You want me to do what?
You need some coaching, I got you.
I was like, you want me to do what? And the first thing I thought to say was no. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to do this because this is all about, inspiration. And this actually, I love the whole motto of Ouch Girl, because it says this. It says, Ouch Girl is clothing apparel for grown, confident, and courageous women. So when I saw that, I said, yes, I have to absolutely be a part of this. And this event is going to be on September 30th, 2017 from 4 to 8 p.m. And the event MC will be comedian Queen Aisha featured on BET's Comic View and Showtime at the Apollo. So, and if you wanna attend, you can register at ouchgirlfashion.eventbrite.com. I'll make sure you get that information. Woo! I'm going to have to do the rest of these announcements when we come from the break, because we have a whole stack. Right, we have a whole stack of them over here. I'm like, I don't want to bore my guests, but I want to make sure people get all the nitty gritty of what's going on. And the Grind Fest is Tuesday, right?
Yes, Tuesday.
Okay, and just give everybody the information for that as well.
Okay, so that is at 401 North Howard Street.
Okay.
Howard and Mulberry Center, the lower level. And it starts at 8 p.m. Doors open up. It's $10 to get in for admission, and donations are welcome.
Yes, and a portion of the proceeds will be going
to the Lupus DMV chapter.
Okay. Awesome. All right, so let's dive back into the show. When we come from the break, I'm going to give you the rest of these announcements, but I had to take a break. I was like, I need a sip of water or something. That was a lot of talking. But anyway, I want us to get back into the topic for tonight, which is finally free. And before I get to Vivian, I wanted you to share your story a bit, because you were talking about how you understood about spiritual abuse. Yes. And just tell a little bit about your story.
So I've been in church all my life pretty much, but going to church, I started to experience, and just not even from the main pastor, but some of the ministers and the other leaders in the church just kind of like slander me, get upset because I had certain gifts that they weren't given. I could interpret dreams, I could interpret visions, I could tell you the meaning of what you were speaking in tongues was about. And some people were upset because they were doing curses and not speaking anything spiritual, anything light. They were speaking darkness. One lady, I want to say, she was just kind of like cursing her husband so badly, it was just terrible. And I kind of like one day told her to stop, like I just out in the middle, because it was like running through my mind. So having that gift was kind of like a gift and a curse at the same time, because if you got somebody right here speaking in tongues, you got somebody right there speaking in tongues, somebody right there speaking in tongues, so you're hearing all of that at the same time. And so it was just kind of like it drove me away out of church, and drove me into the Nation of Islam for 4 years. And then finally I went into a church event with a girlfriend of mine's, Aisha, and she had like an anniversary party for the pastor or something like that. And it was just kind of like one of the ministers that got up there and spoke, they kind of like stepped down and started speaking kind of directly to me. It's kind of like something I needed to hear, because I had to forgive those people at my old church. Like I got angry at my pastor because he didn't know what was going on. Right. But it wasn't his fault. So because he didn't know these things were going on. He was trusting that these people that he gave these leadership roles to, were doing the right thing, but they weren't. Someone would come up to my ear while they was calling themselves praying over me and telling me to get out, but not in the literal form of get out, but get out. They were basically telling me. Right. So it was just kind of like I felt like I didn't belong. But then when I got to that church, it was like kind of I can forgive them. Yes. And currently I'm looking for a church home. Haven't made any of these decisions. I asked God to help me choose. Absolutely. But so it was torture. It was torture. Like just to go through that on a day-to-day basis, trying to be involved. It's crazy because when you go through, first of all, let me say this, a lot of people go through spiritual abuse and they don't know that is what they're going through. So I'm grateful that you two both shared your story, because there are a lot of people who go to churches, and because they've been in church all their life, they're used to things being done a certain way, so they don't know that they're being abused. But with spiritual abuse, it affects your entire being. It affects how you think. It affects how you approach life. So Vivian, can you just talk about, again, you talked about it a little bit before we left for the break, but talk about how that spiritual abuse started to affect your life in different ways.
It was so many downward cycles, so many losses, loss after loss after loss. And like she was saying, the darkness, it's almost like you're surrounded by a cloud of darkness, and it's not just you going through it. Whoever's involved in it, or whoever you're connected with, everybody's seeing the same cycles. One experience was somebody lost a car. Next thing you know, somebody else loses a car. Somebody else loses a car.
Yes.
So it was just like that. Or losing houses. You see somebody lose a house. The next thing you know, somebody else losing a house. Somebody else losing a house. So it was always like a domino effect of darkness and losses and lack and all this ugly stuff. all this ugly stuff. Nothing prosperous. They would talk prosperity. Oh, well, God's going to do this, but you never seen it come to pass. And it was almost like you will find yourself asking God, when is my time, or what do I have to do to prove to you that I'm your servant, or what do I have to do to prove to you to make you like me, God? Why you don't like me? You know? So you're thinking it's you, but it's not actually you. It's actually what you're tied into unknowingly. So you're actually manipulated into it. So and I wanted to also say, these type pastors, they look for those that are vulnerable. If you're hurting, or if you're going through a situation you may not know the answer to, or say it's a painful place in your life right now, and you think that you can just trust that person, they look for people that they can pray upon and pull you in, that you trust them, and come visit our church sometimes. Before you know it, you don't actually know what's going on, but you're pulled into this spiritual abuse. So you're in it, and it's hard to get out. And one thing that I was always told was, if you leave us, you are not going to be blessed. And that's another reason I became free. Because they told me, if you're not covered, God is not going to bless you. The minute that you leave our church is the minute that you're going to fall. You're not going to be covered. God does not cover you. And then another way that I seen it was, they played the trick of, there was another church, they played the trick of being rich. Everybody in the church was broke, but our monies were going to them. You would see them driving the Range Rovers, taking the trips, having the rental property, talking about stocks and bonds, but we knew nothing. But they were the rich ones. So when you're vulnerable, you're like, well, I want to be like them. You're in their church, you're under their cover. Well, I want to be like them. You would think that leadership would teach you what you know. But I know that there was one particular time I said, I'm very interested in stocks and bonds. Can you teach me? What do you know? And she said, go read it for yourself. I can't teach you anything. Go read it for yourself. So that let me know then, red flag. Red flag. So yes. So it was a lot.
Well, we are getting ready to take another break. Those breaks come up so quickly. But let's take this break, and when we come back, now we're going to talk about the freedom side. The finally free side. Now that you know some of the things that we've all had to go through, let's talk about the freedom part. That's the part I want to get to. So you got to stay tuned for that part, okay? Stay tuned right here to the Be Inspired Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com.
It's time for a flashback.
I'm not gonna say all Aries don't know, but
it's just the one you had. That was just
a big long line, right? But it's always something that you can
go ahead. So can you recollect any signs that you might not get right?
Check out what you missed on Be Exposed Radio.
I don't like stuff in my mouth. It's after what you was talking about.
It's in this commercial closing.
Thank you for tuning in to BeExposedRadio.com. Sit back, relax, and listen to this flashback of the Artist Exchange Radio Show.
Football, you basically have a good 10 to 12 years, and that's what it is.
Well, you have a lot of people retiring early. It's funny, a lot of me and my alumni from UVA, where I graduated from, one of our fellow Wahoos, he retired yesterday, 32 years old. To Shaw Ferguson, and he's been in the league like 10 or 12 years. So like you said, a lot of guys are making that that changed on their own now because they're seeing a lot of things from the the concussion movement,
right?
Stuff that's been happening. Is not the noun, it's the effects later, because you see different stories of men are in like their 50s and some are committing suicide because of the banging and the voices or the concussions. And
did you see that?
I haven't got a chance to see it. But
not the movie, but did you see those effects?
I have seen concussions in college where guys have played that whole entire game and didn't realize they was at a football game.
Wow.
But like before the big emphasis came about the whole concussions and what's going on, we was taught you just run to the wall. You can't be soft. You shake it off and get back in it. So
the wrong attitude to have.
Right.
Yeah.
It's really internal. Like you really doing damage, not just to your bones,
right,
but to your mind.
Everything. Right. And later on down the line, because just like you said, once the game is over, when you've been in a game and you think about it, because I tell people the NFL, any sports, whether it's male or female, is a semi-military, because you're told when to get up, when to work out, what to eat, when to play. All right, now you got a curfew, you got to be in the bed by this time. You do it for years and years, and all of a sudden, bam, it's done. So what do you do?
Right.
So just like the military that have with PTSD, we have that because we so used to having a certain way. And I remember watching this Brian Gumbel on HBO, it was like years ago, and a guy would act like he was getting dressed, a real good football player, would walk his daughter to the bus stop, and he would come back in the house, close the curtains, and just sit there because he didn't know how else to handle himself. Because he was so used to being told what to do, because our schedules are laid out. By this time, you got to do this. By this time, you got to do this. Eat at this time, back on the field. So,
hey, what's up? This is Nate, host of the Artist Exchange Radio Show. Tune in every Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., and every Saturday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artist, real talk, real live, here live on BeExposedRadio.com.
Even as a comedian, if I say a joke and it just might not fit your cup of tea, but it's mine, that's what a comedian is supposed to do.
But people forget
everybody's not going to find your jokes funny. They better find mine funny.
But they forget that, though. They really forget that. They forget that but it's your view. That's why they didn't fire her.
Yeah.
Because her viewpoint is controversial.
Her view. That's the view she sees.
Right.
Everybody is clear to her.
Like they did their reaction to
cellophane.
they did the.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Alright, family, welcome back to our happy family here on the Be Inspired Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com. This is your girl, Miss Be Inspired, on the mic.
Yeah, you already know your boy Blizzard.
And who we got over here?
Queen Pheen filling in for HLVII Azrael.
Yes, and we have Vivian Rorie in the house with us, everybody.
Hey.
Yes. So we actually going to be bringing Aisha in a few minutes, but I want to make sure that we close the loop with Vivian, because we had an amazing conversation about being finally free, and I wish that we could talk some more about it, but the time is getting away from us. But do you have any final remarks that you want to make?
I just want to say thank you so much for having me on the show, being able to share my story, and hopefully being able to help others come through spiritual abuse and multiple abuses. I do want to say, through my journey, it took me a long time to figure out what exactly I wanted to call myself. So I didn't want anything sad, so I have someone working close by me now, and now I call myself the Bucket List Coach.
Oh!
What the Bucket List Coach is helping whatever goals that they're trying to reach to overcome adversities or things that they want to do in life that they never thought that they could do. That's what I want to do, to be able to help them reach those goals, even if they're coming out of depression, anxieties, or being able to take trips around the world, or being able to have the dream job. What is it that you want to do? Let's do it. So that's what finally free means to me, being able to live in that space and be free and loving it.
Yes. Somebody say exclusive. Yeah. We love that on the show. Oh my God, that is amazing. So I am so excited. Thank you so much, Vivian, aka the Bucket List Coach. Yes, I love that. Okay, so we're gonna have to get you back on so we can talk a little bit more about that too. All right, so thank you so much, Vivian. We appreciate you. Yes, so we're gonna go ahead and bring Aisha in the studio. You wanna do that? You mind going to grab her? So thank you. I know y'all got to get ready to go, right? Yes. Okay, yeah. So I thank y'all again so much for being here, and everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you so much. So y'all be safe, okay? Yay! Thank you. Everybody, we're going to keep it rolling. We have Aisha Edwards, the do-it-all girl, in the studio with us tonight. I'm so excited because she is about to help us to break some bad habits. Here she goes. Come on in. Yay! Yes. Woo, 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 woo. She is here in the studio.
Wendy Williams with the shoe cam. She got some nice
I know. I wish I did. I don't. See, now I would have to take that camera down off the wall and put it over to her foot. And I'm pretty sure Monty is not going to like if I do that. So. Right. But afterwards, I'll take a picture of the shoes and be like, yeah, this is what Aisha, brought in the studio with us tonight. So. Yes, so I am so excited. Like I told you before, Aisha is our new contributor to the Be Inspired radio show. So just tell everybody hello.
Hello, everybody.
Yes.
Hello. Thank you for having me. I am so excited to be here with you guys today. And I got some good things in store for you, hopefully.
Yes. So for the next 6 segments, the second Wednesday of every month, Aisha will be with us and she'll be sharing. And so I want you to, if you don't mind, Aisha, just pretty much telling everybody who you are and what it is that you do.
Okay, firstly, I've seen you so many times, I just gotta correct you.
Okay.
It's
Aisha, yes. And I wanted to make sure that I should have asked you beforehand.
Every time we see each other, I correct you. Okay. Right.
Yes.
So first, I want to just set the stage with some statistics here, okay?
Yes.
These are some facts about women.
Yes.
All right, thought-provoking stats.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there are 34 million more women than men in the United States.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Right.
So what does that mean? Less of us are going to have marriages, maybe. Maybe we have to be responsible for ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're going to have to be very conscious about our finances, right? And second fact, the income disparity is real. We hear about it all the time.
Yes.
They're talking about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the thing that they don't talk about that's really compelling in that is that we make different career choices than our male counterparts, right?
Yes.
So we're teachers, we're human resource professionals, we're guidance counselors. And, for those jobs that we do, they're great, but they don't pay enough, right?
Yes.
And what's happening when we have those careers, which we so love, the rate of income growth starts to slow and top off somewhere around our late 30s. Whereas men, they're chasing technical careers and they're doing things such as, there are more doctors, of course, that are male than female, and there are more lawyers, and they're going after some of those finance jobs that are higher paying. And so their income growth is topping off in their late 40s.
Yes.
So that now means that we have men that are able to earn more over their lifespan, save more, and grow better wealth. Whereas women, we're now topped out somewhere about 30s, and we're not necessarily able to grow as much wealth at the same time period.
Wow.
Now, continue. 66% of caregivers are women.
Wow.
Now, that's huge, because we need our women taking care of our kids, our mothers, our fathers, and yes, our sick husbands, boyfriends, how it goes. But that means there's less time for us to earn and be on the grind, right?
That is
on the grind here tonight.
Yes.
Right? But, you know, if we had to take care of the kids, maybe we wouldn't be able to do these kinds of things, right?
Right.
And now, after that, the average age of widowhood is 56. So now we have a longer life expectancy than our male counterparts, but that sets the stage for us having to be more knowledgeable, and we have to be responsible for ourselves and even take care of our husband's funeral costs, our families, etc. at that particular point in time. Now the last stat, or actually second to last, 68% of women don't invest outside of their 401k plans. Lots of missed opportunity there.
Yes.
Right? And there's a lot of reasons that go with that, which we'll start to talk about as the show goes on.
Yes.
But that's the fact that we're dealing with.
So we're going to jump in right there because that was a perfect opportunity for us to pause. That was really good. So we do have a break. When we come back, we have more with Aisha. Did I say it right? Y'all already know I can mess up a name. I could be knowing somebody for 10 years and still mess up their name. That's just my MO.
It's all good.
But I will fix that. But anyway, so yes, please stay tuned. We're going to have more with Aisha. She's going to talk and give us some more stats. So you don't want to miss it. Stay tuned to the Be Inspired Radio Show right here on BeExposedRadio.com.
Thank you for tuning in to BeExposedRadio.com. Sit back, relax, and listen to this flashback of the Artist Exchange Radio Show.
This is the reality
of
the world that we're living in. A lot of young people don't have the information that is necessary to have healthy lives. And a lot of the organizations that are geared towards young people don't have individuals that are going to be as honest as this gentleman.
One of the issues that I have with this quote unquote Christian nation that we live in is that
not just the Christians,
being religion allows you to live in denial, but the world does not live in denial. So who are you helping with your all right, I'm gonna stop. I'm about to do something.
The reason I shrink that or take that away because it's people who are not religious. It's people who they're not giving their young people, or they don't have a person that could be that honest with them. I mean, we all have that. I know I had a mother like that.
There are
rather than
and it's just and it's been recently because I've recently had more interaction with teen mothers than I have in my whole life. I wasn't my mother wasn't a teen mother. Her mother was. She made sure none of her daughters were. So it was, you know, in as I get older and working in certain areas, you tend to run into that. And one of the things that blows my mind is how often a teen mom does not talk to their child at all, period, much less their daughter that they had at 15 to say, these are the realities of sex. These are the realities of the choices that you can or cannot make. These are the realities. Like, how do you not, after going through it yourself, knowing the stress, the looks, how do you then turn and look at someone else and say, all right, good luck? I mean, this is your offspring. I'm sorry. I just get very emotional about that. It bothers me that there are a great deal of people.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Be Inspired Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com. We're here with my co-hosts.
Yeah, you already know boy Blizzard.
And Miss Be Inspired on the mic. And then we also have Miss Queen Pheen.
Yes, filling in for HLVII Azrael today.
Yes.
Hey.
And then we have our newest contributor to the Be Inspired Radio Show, Miss Aisha Edwards, the do-it-all girl herself. So we're going to turn it right on over to Aisha.
All right. So we were talking about thought-provoking facts, and I have one more for you. Women are 80% more likely to live in poverty during retirement. That speaks for itself.
Yes,
Nothing
it
to add.
does.
But here's the good news. 80% of women want more investment education.
Wow.
So there's the opportunity.
Wow.
Yep. So there comes Do It All Girl. So we are an education platform that empowers women to take control of their future.
Okay.
And when you kind of look at all the things that we're doing, we're raising our kids, we're trying to progress in our career, we're trying to get to higher education, right?
Yes,
There's
absolutely.
so many other things we're trying to do, right?
Absolutely.
All of that has a common thread: finances. And there's a lot of fear associated with that. There's a lot of unknowns. And what happens when we don't know about our finances? We might make the wrong decisions, albeit well-intended, but those decisions lead us to probably not live at our highest and best and achieve our highest and best that we're capable of, right?
Yeah.
Because we all have many different talents and many different strengths.
Yeah.
So the organization, I created a Do It All Girl so that I can help teach women about investing, teach women about finances, so it removes that fear.
Yeah.
So that now we have women who are confident and they feel comfortable managing their retirement accounts, right?
Yes.
Starting to think about, what can I do with real estate? Should I be buying a home? Maybe I shouldn't buy such a big home. Maybe I'll buy a 3-family home and rent out the other units, Airbnb it, right?
Right.
Or no hashtag no endorsement, right? Right? Or, maybe I'm just going to collect rent and really understand how to create another income source. And finally, understand the stock market, understand investment vehicles.
Right.
There's a host of people who've been making money for a long time, way before we have, and we didn't necessarily have those opportunities. But now that the world is changing, we've gone through the recession, the bubble, we can't afford not to have that information.
That's the truth. I do have a question, actually. You talked about fear, which I know a lot of people, when it comes down to talking about money and talking about investments and all those things, can be highly intimidating. Why do you think people fear talking about money and talking about financial, empowerment? Why do you think people fear that?
Well, I think from the beginning of time, for many people, money has been a very taboo topic, right?
Right.
I don't hear of a lot of households where women have grown up in areas where they hear their mother and father talking about finances. Maybe they hid the finances from each other. Maybe one person took care of the mortgage, the other one took care of the bills, and they didn't put their money together. So there are so many different financial situations we've been exposed to. Maybe there's shame in it because we didn't know, we made the wrong decisions.
Right.
There's so many different things wrapped up in that. And the crazy thing is that, we talk to our friends about sometimes our debts, like, if we got student loan debt, everybody has that, not a big deal, right?
Yes.
We talk about credit cards. Actually, we even shop together, right? Retail
Sure
therapy,
do.
spending that money, right? So we're clearly talking about our bills a little bit. But to now actually talk about what we make, that's a little bit intimidating, because now I have to expose, am I getting what I'm paid? Am I getting what I'm worth? How do I negotiate? I have to now deal with some fears that might suggest I have to do things differently, or maybe I just have to learn new things so that I can change my behavior. Because remember, the way we handle different things in our life, including money, are all tied to our upbringing, our views, our values, and everything that we've seen growing up. And those are hard things to disconnect from when we become adults.
Yeah. So I think when you shared what you were going to be talking about, you talked about those bad habits.
Yes.
So I know that's something you'll get into, as the weeks go on. But just talk a little bit about those habits that people have that, we should at least think about, and take into consideration that's harming us in terms of how we handle our finances.
Okay, so my motto is invest in yourself, not just wealth, right?
Okay.
And when I think about wealth, yeah, we have the physical wealth, the dollars in our bank account. But there's another way to define wealth. It's about abundance, prosperity within our spirits and our souls. So we will need to start moving away from things that are signs of maybe material success. And mind you, these are things that we were taught to value in a consumer-based society. That's how the U.S. is, right? We're a capitalist society.
Yeah.
And we have to start moving towards things that enrich us and make us happy from the inside out.
Yes.
Because when we start to get that fulfillment, we can start to do away with some of those old thoughts and habits and maybe start to peel back the layers one by one like an onion and really start to get to the bottom of things so that we can start thinking about that bigger picture.
Yes.
Now, one of the things that I think is interesting is especially in our minority communities, because some of us are immigrants to the country, we have a long history in the country of slavery, we got accustomed to not having. So when we got a little bit and when we started to come into our own, we wanted to do things that made us feel good, that were symbols to ourselves that we've arrived, and even signals to our circles and counterparts so we can feel included. And that's what happens to our mindsets if we're not taught and raised from young to start thinking bigger and thinking about generational wealth and building something to pass on. So we want to start getting rid of that thought process that I have to have the latest, newest, and greatest. We want to start thinking about creating lists of what we have that fulfills us and what we want to do, what we want to accomplish, and then look at that other list of things that aren't in lockstep with that.
Yes.
Maybe they might be, you scratch that, getting that new Lexus off the list. Maybe I don't need a third pair of earrings.
Yeah.
Maybe I want to take trips and spend my money on lasting experiences, whether it be knowledge, trips, travel, education, or just putting a little bit of my money aside so I can triple that
Wait,
stuff,
can I ring the bell? I'm feeling so empowered right now. You want to get some of this bell, Queen?
All right. Absolutely.
I am feeling good about this.
Yes.
Wow. So, okay, why was it important for you? And I know this is not supposed to be an interview. This is your segment, but this is the first week, so we have questions, right?
It's okay.
Okay.
It's
Do you
okay.
have any more information you wanted to share though before we do that?
Over the next couple of segments, we can start to get into things such as, managing our 401ks.
Okay.
We're going to start to really talk about different asset classes and different securities in the stock market. So we're going to learn about the real estate. All you hear on the news, they're talking about there's another bubble developing. What does that really mean? What does it mean for you?
Right.
And so I just want to set the tone that we're really going to dig down. So if you have any questions about financial securities, what they are, how they work, you hear the Dow's plummeting 250 points and what that means for you, we're going to get into that here.
Ooh. I told y'all that the Be Inspired Radio Show, we don't do nothing small, do we? No, we don't. We do it big, okay? So why was it important for you to start an organization like Do It All Girl?
Okay, so let me just give you a little bit about my background. I was not born with a silver spoon in my mouth. And when I went to school, I've been on my own since a teenager. I went to college. I had to budget down to the dollar. I had someone who I thought was a friend. They stole $30 from me, right? And that was all I had. I actually had to go find someone to borrow money from. And that was difficult for me because I was on my own. And I did a really good job to make sure that I had enough. So when I got to this point, I got through school, I was hustling. I was typing papers. I was doing little part-time gigs on the side because I was trying to make this thing happen. And I wanted to get through school. I wanted to go through head on so I can get in and get out. But when I didn't know anything about Wall Street. I worked into my first Wall Street interview with a mint green suit, cream stockings, and cream shoes.
Oh my gosh.
And this was Goldman Sachs, right?
Yes.
So I've now been in financial services for almost 20 years. And for my first 7, I went there. I fortunately, I've had so many great experiences. I then went on to get my degree in finance and real estate from the Wharton School.
Yes.
But all of that didn't save me. I came out with $100,000 plus of student loan debt, and I found myself just like every other American in a mortgage, upside down, in the middle of the housing crisis.
Yes.
And the only thing I could do was live check to check. So that's really where this is all coming from. And when I was looking, I said, you know, I want to have financial freedom. It shouldn't have to be like this.
Yeah.
And so I figured, what do I do? What do I do? And the answer was, you're going to invest your way out of this.
Yes.
And I did it.
Wow. You guys, you have no idea what you have in Aisha. She is about to help set a lot of us free. And it's crazy because you're telling the story of so many people that have lived paycheck to paycheck and definitely did not live life with a silver spoon in their mouth. So I just want to tell you, thank you in advance for on behalf of all the people that you're going to help in the next 6 months, 6 sessions.
Ma'am. All right.
We have.
It's exciting.
I'm telling you. So everybody who is tuned in and everybody who will be listening to the replay, we need you to share out this video, and we need you to tell people about the Be Inspired Radio Show, because I promise you, you will not be disappointed. Do you have any other points, Aisha, that you would like to share?
So I just want to get into the 4 things that will lead us to financial freedom. There's 4 areas, and at different points in time, we're going to be able to work on those areas, but they're the 4 main pillars to financial independence and financial freedom.
We need to be taking notes.
All right. So the first is just cutting back. Now, for each of us, that's going to be different. Some of us are able to adopt strictly frugal habits, but that may not work necessarily for everybody, right? But we have to figure out those areas where we can cut back. And that's where we start to think about, maybe we don't need to eat some processed foods. Maybe we don't need to eat out every week. Starting to look at our budget and start to trim the fat in it, right?
Yes.
Maybe I have a rule for myself, right? Like, I love the shopping consignment stores. I don't know about you guys, but there is brand new things. And guess what? When you go to those really, really nice, rich neighborhoods, they have brand new stuff on them shelves. The same stuff you would find in those stores, half price. And it's really helps you to be able to budget and still be able to live kind of and dress the way you want and feel the way you want, especially if you have a career and you want to look good, but you can do it for half the price. So I have a rule where I sell my stuff and I don't allow myself to buy anything unless I've sold something and I use that money to buy the stuff. So that means no new money's going out. I'm just recycling what's in my closet, using stuff, because you know how much stuff we have that we've only wore once or didn't work, or you know how we are as women, right? Retail therapy.
Yes.
So that's the first thing, cutting back and being a little bit frugal. The second is saving. Now, the reason why that's important is that we need to be able to have reserves for, you know, bills and different sorts of things. And when we get to the investing part, we don't want to have to liquidate our investments too early because we need funds to pay for things. So savings is important, but what most people don't realize, we're getting 1%, maybe 2% interest on our accounts, and there's still inflation, right?
Yeah.
Who remembers when a bag of potato chips used to cost 25 cents?
I do remember that.
Right? Yeah. Now it's $2 and filled with half a bag of air. What's that about? Right? It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Right? So savings is good, but it's not enough. We just want to have a bare minimum, maybe 3 months. People call it an emergency fund, but you know, whatever you feel comfortable with based on your situation. The third is to increase your income sources. Now, this one I think is a lot easier than it used to be because we got blogging, we got social media. It's so easy to create a second job. Even we have little skills on the side. For instance, I know someone who dances salsa, and they do salsa performances for like $100-something bucks.
Yeah.
It's like 15 minutes. That's quick, easy money. You can start to, take that money, put it to the side, create more wealth. And then the fourth,
I gotta jump in, because we gotta take this break. But when we come back, we're gonna get that fourth thing. So that means you have to stay, okay?
Yes,
now,
ma'am.
this is our last break. When we come back, we are going to be wrapping up, but not before we get that fourth thing. Okay, we got to get that fourth thing. So stay tuned to the Be Inspired Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com.
Hey everybody, this is your girl, the one and only Vic Cows. Check us out every Saturday from 5 to 7, only on BeExposedRadio.com.
Oh, recently? Yeah. I was talking about overall. No, two. That was Uber. That wasn't Uber.
Yeah.
That wasn't. Yeah, that was Uber.
That situation with Uber, I think they told us about.
But this guy, my whole thing is pay attention. I don't know if this dude was trying to get home or something, but he was speeding. Now I'm with the flow, like do your thing. But when you taking me out of my way and you speeding, little suspect, trying to get my butt. Like the Clemson guy from the Ohio State game.
What?
Yes. Yeah. Now, he picked me up from my job, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm telling him where to go. He refused not to go. And you're speeding. So I'm thinking, this is me. I'm in the back seat. He's speeding. And I'm like, he trying to take me in an alley somewhere, Really? And so I'm a little uncomfortable. So I'm noticing. I'm looking at the GPS. It's telling him to go this way. He's going this way. And I'm like, wait a minute. You taking me out of my way. I know I curse like a sailor, but
I do too.
There's sometimes you just don't curse. And this one time was that. Hey, look, yo. I'm only going by what the GPS, yo. No real shit.
Oh. What?
Oh,
Fuck it. I quit.
Oh. Like real shit? Really?
Wow.
So you cussing?
Wow.
Trying to get my butt? Oh.
Yeah, this the man that holds it down. Mr. Showtime, D the Boss. Check us out every Saturday, 5 to 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, only on BeExposedRadio.com.
Ladies, are you in need of the best quality hair extensions, a cute outfit, or that perfect pair of shades? Pink Ice Products can cover you from head to toe, from flawless weaves to apparel. Visit us online at pinkiceproducts.bigcartel.com. We're located at 3000 Old Alabama Road, 119-303, Alpharetta, Georgia. Or give us a call at 470-488-6484. Come on in and check out Pink Ice Products
You are
today.
listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Hey family, listen, we are back and we are on our final segment of the Be Inspired Radio Show. We will be spending this time just wrapping up a little bit, so I don't want to belabor the time, but I definitely have to tell you who I am. This is Miss Be Inspired on the mic.
Yeah. You already know your boy Blizzard.
And our guest co-host for the night,
Queen Pheen, filling in for HLVII Azrael.
Absolutely. And our new Be Inspired Radio Show contributor, Aisha Edwards. Yeah. Okay, so we're about to get this fourth tip to, what is it? Financial success? Is that what it is?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
The fourth is, of course, investing. And that covers your retirement accounts, understanding how to move your 401k when you switch jobs so that you can have control over it. Real estate, when you decide to build wealth, how to buy a home and buy what's right for you in your budget, so you can go through and survive these downturns, and really understanding the stock market so that you can remove the fear. Now, the interesting thing about this is when people, especially women, start to learn about the stock market, it really starts to get them to a point where they feel very comfortable about putting their money and investing in different types of assets. And so there's usually two responses. Yes, let's do this. I want to be able to learn how to do it myself. They're asking questions. They're fully engaged. And then there's the other where, you know what? I understand it now. I can do it. And now I know what questions to ask my professional financial advisor. And so even if they don't want to do it themselves, they now can start to have those deep money conversations. And you know, just like anybody, no one wants to talk about a topic where they don't know information about it. But now when they know, they can have those conversations and they don't have to worry about being caught up in the latest scam. I mean, we have, you know, so many things that have happened.
Oh my.
You know, the past. We have people who were millionaires that lost money because of these scams, and women are risk averse and they need to get comfortable. And so learning about the stock market makes them feel comfortable, so it removes the risk and they can understand the reward, so they can really plot a course that's safe and makes sense, so they can build wealth slowly and do it in the right way.
So that was just the beginning, everybody. Aisha Edwards will be with us for the next 6 months, and we will have the pleasure of hearing her every second Wednesday of the month. She is the founder of Do It All Girl, and I promise you, you will not be disappointed. So thank you, Aisha, so much for being on the show with us and being part of our team. We appreciate you so much.
Thank you for having me. I'm absolutely excited, and I got some stuff in store for you.
Woo! All right, family. Y'all know y'all got to share this out. Listen, we got about 2 minutes left. I did the best I could. I tried to get all to our announcements, but I do want to let you know that Living Out Loud Inc., they do have some positions available. They have, let me see, which one is this? A certified nursing assistant job that you can have. And then they are also looking, if I can find my other paper here. I had a ton of them today. I'm telling you, it's been a packed show. Let me try to get the other one because I want to make sure I do it justice. Did I find it? Oh, here it is right here. Okay. Living Out Loud also has, they are looking for a direct support professional, a part-time position with Living Out Loud Inc. So if you want more information about that, you can call 410-665-2600. We will do our best to post this information on our site. Also, your girl will be hosting the Live on Purpose Conference 2017, September 22nd to 24th. That's down in Williamsburg, Virginia. If you want to register for that event, you can go to www.kadishacarroll.com. It's so much. I can't even cover it in 30 seconds. So I'm just going to say, see y'all next week. We got so much. And thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We appreciate you. And again, share this video out to all your friends, and be back with us next Wednesday from 7 to 9 p.m. right here on BeExposedRadio.com.
Ladies, are you in need of the best quality hair extensions, a cute outfit, or that perfect pair of shades? Pink Ice products can cover you from head to toe, from flawless weaves to apparel. Visit us online at pinkiceproducts.bigcartel.com.